What's up, guys? If you don't know, my name is Steven Tillman and I am a professional real estate photographer here in the East Texas area. Today I'm going to be responding to a comment that I had that was a question about creating a preset in Lightroom. Today's video is going to be short, sweet, to the point. Let's get started. What's up, guys? If you haven't yet, consider hit subscribing and the bell notification so you can see when I put out new videos, and give me a thumbs up if you find this video helpful. Today we're going to be going through the process very quickly in under a minute how to make a preset in Lightroom, because if you do real estate like I do, if you don't know how or you're interested, you can look at this playlist right here that'll kind of show you step by step, answering some different questions you may have in Lightroom and Photoshop. But today we're going to specifically be looking inside of Lightroom. So we have this photo here. You know my process. If you've watched these videos at all, you have ambient, flash, window pull, and your whoop shot for the window. Then you end up with an image that looks like this. Great image, even lighting throughout the entire room. So how do we get there? How do we make it fast but still effective? Well, let's go to the ambient shot. So you can see there's some orange. If you look at the flash, it's a little just blah. So I have a de-orange it a little bit, bring it back up just a tad. But you see when I push this over here, everything jumped. So I have it set to it also does my full bump. There's a little bit of color correction to where it's matching the flash a little better. All right, so we have where we jump, all this jump. So a full bump, I got this from Rich Baum and Nathan Cool, two guys that I studied hardcore looking at their videos, so that I can become a professional real estate photographer, because I wanted to stand out from other people who have blown out windows. And that's my whole process. It's called flambing, where you take multiple shots, blend it together. We're trying to make that process as short as possible so that we can get paid the maximum amount, because we don't get paid by the hour, we get paid by the job. So the less hours we spend on a job, the more we get paid per hour. That makes sense? Cool. So how do I get all these presets that I've created? And what I do is, like, per job, like you see I have some drone. And they don't look good on this photo, but what I've done is when I'm in the middle of editing a certain project and it has a little bit different, it has a drone shot this time, or it has a ceiling that I had to point the camera up so you can see the big vaulted ceiling, I create a preset for each individual circumstance of how I want it to look, and then I save it, and I only have to click it once next time. I don't have to go through and make all the small adjustments. So what I'm doing is I'm getting all of this that I want, which is the full bump right here. Okay, see I pushed it, we'll reset, I'll show you again, full bump, boom. It just brings up shadows, brings down the highlights, up a little on the whites, down a little on the blacks, maybe a little bit of contrast to give some depth, a little bit on texture and clarity, just to make the photo really pop. Well, I want to add this to all of my photos because I want it to be a kind of a blueprint where it's the same across the board, so that my editing is much easier, because every photo I've edited exactly the same. And that's what a preset is for, to make it where you can have a blueprint and just click and click and click. All of your photos are the same, no problems. So how do you get there? Go up to the top, right where it says preset, and click create preset. Now, all the stuff that you've corrected, if you've done lens correction, if you want all of that stuff to be done, color, saturation, you can check all. And that will give every single, you never want to do auto settings though. Do not do auto. You do not want auto on your stuff. You want to manually do it all, because you want to be in full control. Like when you're taking a shot with your camera, you want to be in full control of what that image looks like. That's why you have shutter speed, ISO, f-stop, white balance. All these things you want to be in control of, because you want the image to reflect your vision. If you have it on auto, whether it's your camera or it's in settings on a program, it will do the vision for you, and you'll just get an image that everyone else can do. But if you make it yours, which is what a preset can do, then it's yours. So you want to title it preset example, and then you pick the category. So I have all these categories right here, but I want it to be in my real estate area. The reason I put a Z on it is because it does it in alphabetical order, so I put a Z, a lowercase z. I know that it's at the bottom. I can immediately just take my finger, scroll down, there it is, click it, boom, let's go. So create, now, boom, all the way down, look at there, preset example. Now watch, I'm gonna reset everything, preset, example, boom, everything jumps, and does exactly what I want it to do. That's it. You put it in the category you want it, so next time you know exactly where it's at. As you go through, do the same process for specific jobs that you have. I have some for twilight, pool, add some blue and stuff. You can see the blues jump. See how the blues are more vivid and more pronounced because the pool had some blue lights and all this other stuff. So now I know, and blue is good on a pool. They want it to look blue. They don't want it to look green. They don't want it to look nasty yellow if there's any kind of look. So I have that to where I make my blue pop. And it will adjust everything. I went down in here. You see I moved some sliders over. Added a little bit of orange because usually on a twilight shot you have the clouds and stuff like that, and a little orange makes it pop really good. I did some sharpening and then some corrections on my verticals and stuff like that. So all these things is in one preset that I have to click one time. That makes my job 1,000 times easier, and I hope it makes yours easier too. So if you haven't yet, please consider hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification so you can see every time I put out a new video. And I will see y'all next time.